Diddy is getting another attempt to make bail. Diddy and his lawyers have still been working to get bail, and not only does he have one more chance to get bail, he actually has two. Diddy filed an appeal on his bail being denied in the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. But then Diddy asked to put this appeal on hold in the Second Circuit, which they granted yesterday because Diddy, now that he has a new judge in his case, is going to try to get bail once again. This is where I'm saying he has not only one more chance to get bail, he technically has two. So when Diddy goes back to court and has another bail hearing with this new judge that we know took over his case, and this one is denied also, then he will go through the Second District Court of Appeals in this motion that they agreed to pause for right now, awaiting the decision from the judge. So let's go over the motion that Diddy and his lawyers filed and the reasons why they said that they wrongly denied his bail based off insignificant evidence. So this introduction by Diddy and his lawyers say this case involves extreme and unusual circumstances, but none that typically force bail or warrant forcing Sean Combs to defend himself from a prison cell. What is extreme and unusual about the case is Mr. Combs was detained immediately after he was charged, even though he has been in the spotlight his entire life, with many of his purported antics and episodes being widely reported in the press and known to law enforcement authorities. The district court denied Mr. Combs bail because they said they had concerns that he would obstruct justice and intimidate witnesses. The government's arguments about the risks of obstruction were based on speculation, resting mainly on untested allegations about communications with a witness in civil cases and communications initiated by a supposed witness and not Mr. Combs. The government even claimed his public denial of a former girlfriend's allegations in a civil lawsuit was attempts to obstruct justice. In this appeal, they're saying that the government did this without any fact-finding or analysis, and they said that they committed a legal error by rejecting his bail. And they say that they believe that the evidence will show that the extent of activities in these freak-off videos were all individuals who were voluntarily engaged in these acts. Government reiterated the indictment allegations only vaguely to elude the possibility of witness testimony and evidence, primarily relying on a widely publicized March 5, 2016 videos of Mr. Combs in a domestic violence incident with the former girlfriend called Victim 1, which we know is Cassie Ventura. The government also mentioned text messages and phone calls between Mr. Combs and potential witnesses, primarily witnesses in civil lawsuits filed against Mr. Combs. Defense counsel cited interviews with half a dozen male escorts who participated in the freak-offs described by the government and confirmed that they never witnessed anything remotely non-consensual. They're saying Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy that Diddy quickly wrapped up prompted a lot of other lawsuits to be filed against him. And they say that Diddy communicated with others about the conduct alleged in these lawsuits, including individuals that the government now characterizes as victims. But at the time, he knew nothing of the investigation and was not engaging in any attempt to obstruct. Then they go on to talk about the other witness tampering allegations regarding a civil lawsuit filed against Diddy by Dawn Richard September 10th of 2024. And they said that after this was filed, Diddy spoke with an individual from the lawsuit identified as a prominent witness to his alleged violence, and the individual in question was very upset and publicly wanted to make a public statement. And this was Kalina Harper, who the feds say that Diddy allegedly called 200 times. They explained that the witness was represented by an attorney at the time of the communications and could be an important defense witness with whom the defense will likely continue speaking with. They're saying that Diddy had, with counsel blessing, called potential defense witness to let them know that the counsel would reach out to speak with them. And I really wish we knew what this part said. Notably, search warrant affidavits disclosed to this defense on October 7th confirm blankety blank blank blank. But during its proffer to the court, the government concealed this fact, which completely undermines its claim that the timing of the contacts with this witness, September 2024, suggests obstruction. The government vaguely described contacts with two grand jury witnesses and its preferred evidence of any threats or intimidation. The government could only state that there were 14 contacts between Diddy and one witness and another witness who was contacted multiple times. One of the witnesses contacted Mr. Combs, not the other way around, and she reached out to Mr. Combs and told him, "I'm a grand jury witness." After Diddy informed his defense counsel, he was instructed not to contact the witness anymore, and he didn't. This is everything that Diddy is using for an appeal that is currently on hold at the Second Circuit District Court of Appeals until he has a new trial for his bail. And then if that gets denied, then this will continue to go through, and the Second Circuit Court of Appeals will make their decision if Diddy gets bail. Not only does Diddy have one more chance to get bail, he technically has two more chances to get bail. But what do y'all think? Do you guys think that Diddy's going to get bail? Let me know what y'all think in the comments.